Do you still remember the beauty, the excitement and harmony of life? It is still out there. It is yours for the taking. Welcome to the Nordic nature. On this adventure, I want to show you amazing scenery, how to build a simple survival shelter, and how to cook better than you could at home, using a Primal kitchen. The journey starts on the field near home. I greet the horses and head toward the forest where I used to play as a child, but this time I'll go much further. Still, I'll be playing, of course. After a couple hours of hiking, I find myself a nice and dry spot for camping. A natural shallow hole under a tree, so there's some cover even without building a shelter. I believe some deer has been sleeping here as well. I start by gathering a lot of dead wood pieces and lay them on top of the branches of the tree. Have you ever thought how exciting it would be to live in an ancient time and travel to new lands, making a home somewhere using natural materials? You could improve each day and explore the resources of food, wood, fish, and water around you. Would be pretty easy to not get bored or stuck, unless, of course, things turn sour and you get killed or starve. That's the feeling of adventure. Let's keep that feeling in mind and keep building this shelter. This shelter will be pretty cozy from what I can see already. A hidden and safe hole in the middle of the forest where I'll surely sleep better than I did in my bed at home. I bring more thick pieces of wood and find one curved piece that fits perfectly for the entrance, making it slightly more spacious. It's definitely cozy to sit inside already. Next, we need to add some more small twigs and bushes to create something that's more or less waterproof. Good work so far. It is time for a short rest. We have enough time before it gets dark. I'm super glad to find plenty of easy to pick foliage just 100 meters away from my shelter. I gather it without much trouble using my sharp knife, and I wonder if the shelter will become truly waterproof if I just stack huge amount of the foliage on top of the roof. We've come far already, but much more foliage is needed to cover the entire roof. I stick in the bushes starting from the bottom of the roof and wall. This will make the leaves stack on top of each other and allow water to flow down along the roof rather than through it. That's a nasty deer fly. You can sometimes see these around these areas, and they attach to humans and are super annoying, but not dangerous. I just picked one. I just picked one away from behind my ear. Now the roof is fairly thick. From the inside, I can see areas that are too thin, and it is easy to stick in more material from underneath to make the roof equally thick. It is time to make the inside comfortable. I clean off my sheepskin and bring more foliage to build me a mattress. I bring out the cast iron pan and my tiny camping stove. It is time to create a proper fireplace. Further away from my shelter, I find the perfect materials for a primitive fireplace and kitchen. I find an area with a lot of square-like and flat-surfaced stones. They are perfect. I carry all the stones I need and then start constructing my safe and effective fireplace at the entrance of my shelter. My pan will fit perfectly on top of the fire, nice and even. I have enough stones to also create a small table on the side of the fire. That's going to be super useful for cooking. Now the cooking starts. Let's see what we got here. Fruit, vegetables, spices, and a large piece of beef. These are the cheap cuts of grass-fed beef. Inexpensive, but taste the same as the fancy parts. The steak is perfect, together with the buttery and salty sauce and the tomatoes. Night is approaching, so I head out to gather some more firewood so I can keep the fire going late into the evening. I'll also have enough firewood ready for the morning. The next morning, I can immediately start the fire and get warmed up and begin preparing breakfast. What a luxury. I'm igniting the fire with flint and steel and use dry grass as tinder. I'll put the tea kettle on and later head out to see if I can find some wild berries. As breakfast, I'm eating a can of tuna with some honey. Not the best food, but it'll do for now. I still want to improve my shelter for the next night. The back walls were completely exposed and allowed wind to come into the shelter. Also, it feels less cozy, less safe with an exposed wall like that. I bring more sticks and branches to cover up the hole that is right above my head when sleeping. Next time will be even cozier. Now let's leave the shelter in the forest and go find some berries. Not far away, I find plenty of lingonberries, sour, tasty, and nutritious. I'm glad you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for the next adventure by subscribing, and as always, don't forget to get out there.